2. And you've seen that configuration before, Chris. It's very aggressive, but it can also leave you vulnerable on the back end if the ball gets by.
Right, it depends on those midfielders, and all these midfielders are going to have to get back quickly on defense to defend against that transition offense from the other side. But I think that'll be important on both teams.
And we are underway. Blacksburg sends it down the near side. That's Jordan Burge who gets it over to Cam Roberts. Roberts gets it back over to Austin Bissell. And over to us, that is Seth Pace. Bissell sends it long down the side for Daniel Salem in the corner, being pressured by a pair of Rams.
Okay.
And it's going to be a goal kick as the ball goes out of bounds. Alex Mingerentz in goal for the Rams, getting ready to kick it. Flexes the right leg.
Nobody likes an enabler, okay?
Sends it out. And headed by Austin Bissell. Along the far side, Blacksburg tried to work it to Harris Salem, taken away by Riverside. Almost a breakaway there by Cam Roberts. Mari Jackson sends it to the dangerous Michael Zhang, number 1. Keep an eye on him during this game. Riverside trying to work it towards the center with a cross, taken away by Blacksburg, and just clearing it out are the Bruins. Austin Bissell sends it deep, and it'll be headed out of bounds and a throw in on the far side for the Bruins. Came into Sam Dickinson, number 21, a very talented sophomore. He played on the Virginia Youth Soccer Association 2001. That's the birth year team. His sister Maggie Dickinson was a 3-year state champion at Blacksburg, and she plays right here at Roanoke. And here's a deflection, almost an opportunity for Cam Roberts, but it'll go out of bounds and a throw in for Riverside.
Oh, Blue, play simple, Blue. 1, 2.
Long throw in up near the stripe. This is Roberts. Feeds it down to Sam Dickinson. Battle for the ball. And we're going to have a foul called on Blacksburg. And it was Jordan Birch saying, who, me? Troy Jackson has it taken away by Blacksburg. And a nice takeaway made there by Sebastian Oliver. He had the 2 assists yesterday. And it goes out of bounds. And a throw in coming for Blacksburg.
Kick. Kick.
Oh, it's going to be a free kick. I sit corrected. Chris Wakely, eagle eye. This will be Daniel Salem on the free kick. Sends it into the Riverside half of the field. That was Bailey Prosser with the header. And it's going to go out of bounds for a throw in by Daniel Salem. Roddy Hairston sends it out again. Another throw in by Daniel Salem. Tries to get it down to Sam Dickinson. Dickers, I should say Dickinson.
Corner kick.
And we'll have our first corner kick coming up for Blacksburg. That will come from the near side corner. So, Chris, who are the players from Blacksburg to look out for on a corner kick?
Well, I think the biggest person to watch there probably is Joe Carmen. He's very aggressive, he's tall, he can jump, plays basketball.
It came in low and on the ground. Here's a cross headed out by the Rams. Another header on the side. That was a shot attempt by Sam Dickinson, but knocked away. Maintaining control is Cam Roberts for Blacksburg. And we're going to have a foul called. Going down hard was Sam Dickinson, but up on his feet, and there will be a free kick from that point.
Blacksburg uses a little bit of deception on these kicks close to the goal like this. They'll have two people running across the ball. You don't know whether he's going to fire a direct shot or pass it to one of those players.
And there are 5 Bruins that are in formation trying to get it, and the kick almost went across the end line, did not, stays in bounds. Cam Roberts has it in the corner, gets it over to Harris Salem, headed away by the Rams. And the ball will go out, and a throw in coming for Blacksburg. Just underway, and I'm not sure that we can see the scoreboard too clearly from where we are. About 6 minutes gone, make it 7. No score in the boys 3A state championship soccer game from Roanoke College in Salem, Virginia. It's Roanoke College, but it's located in Salem. There's a clear out to Harris Salem. Nice give and go attempt, but taken away nicely by Riverside. Goes out, and it's going to be a throw in parallel with the top of the box for Riverside. And off the chest, it's taken away, and we're going to have a foul called deep in Blacksburg territory. So a free kick coming for the Rams. And Jordan Stevens in the net for Blacksburg. He is relatively short for a keeper. That's the one thing no coach can coach, Chris, is height.
Right, he's very athletic and he has good jumping ability, but he is rather short for a goalie.
And he is just a freshman starting in the state championship game. Here comes the cross, and it goes right at Jordan Stevens, and a nice save made by the freshman. So that's the first save of the game on the first shot of the game by Michael Zhang. Blacksburg sends it across the stripe. That is Harris Salem taking it deep into Riverside territory. Stops, sends it back to his teammate along the side. And there's a cross went for Dickinson and a shot taken by Jordan Birch, but it was way high and it goes outside the stadium gates. Three shots in the game so far in the early going. 2 for Blacksburg, 1 for Riverside. Headed by Roberts. That was Seth Pace. And taking the ball away very nicely was Roddy Hairston for the Rams. Deep into the corner it goes. A scrum for the ball. Blacksburg kicks it, I believe, out of bounds. No, it stayed in. And there is a shot on goal that came very, very close to getting in by Roddy Hairston. It was a long shot, a difficult angle. And that evens up the shots at 2 apiece. So the kick comes from Stevens up near the stripe. Cam Roberts had it for a moment for Blacksburg. Sent deep, and a nice kick off the side of the foot that's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for Blacksburg. Well, 10 minutes in, Chris, any impressions so far on what you've seen?
Well, I think they're not playing with a lot of intensity right now, but they may just be holding back a little bit, like I say, trying to feel each other out. And this game will pick up a little bit as the game goes on.
The ball goes out, and I think we're going to have a corner kick coming up for Riverside. Very important on this corner kick.
Number 1. Michael Zhang to take the kick.
Michael Zhang is their facilitator. So important to get that kick high enough to where it could be headered. And there it is. And a header shot was taken. It goes left of the goal. Trying to get the player's number. I think it was Justin Logan, number 3, that took that particular shot. So shots now favor the Rams by a count of 3-2. Stevens gets it up to midfield. Here's a nice pass coming up for Daniel Salem. Knocked away nicely by Sebastian Oliver. Austin Bissell. And a heel kick was attempted there by Jordan Birch. Not successful, but Blacksburg maintains possession. It's a battle on the far side. Bailey Prosser, number 6 for Blacksburg, has it. Nice footwork. Tried to center it and cleared by Riverside. And we're going to have a foul called on Austin Bissell of the Bruins.
All right, Cameron, come on.
And waiting for his teammates to get into position is Riverside's Justin Logan. Deep it goes, and it's going to go past the end line. And it's going to be a free kick by the keeper from the corner of the little box. Stevens sends it low. He's trying to hit Cam Roberts. We're going to have a foul called right there on Mahari Jackson of the Rams. And a real battle going on between Joe Carmen and Cameron Davis, and the penalty will be called on Joe Carmen. It's going to be a free kick by Michael Zhang. Has a couple of words for the official. Zhang sends it long. And it's going to be cleared out by Blacksburg. There's Cam Roberts trying to clear it. Cam Roberts was hoping to get a breakaway. Showing a lot of speed is Roberts. That was to Austin Bissell that sent it deep. Headed back into Blacksburg's side of the field. And a cross was made by Troy Jackson, but no one from the Rams there to take advantage of it. Hari Jackson sends it down the far side. And the cross is deflected out. It'll be a throw in for Riverside. Well, we said, Chris, the 4-5-1 for Riverside was more of a defensive alignment versus Blacksburg's more offensive-oriented 1-5-3-2. I think you'd have to give a slight edge with 24:15 remaining in the first period, probably to Riverside so far.
I think the last 6 or 8 minutes, they've definitely got a little more confidence in their offense is clicking. They're passing a lot better.
And they're running the field well. They're spacing the field nicely. Here comes the corner kick, and it's headed away.
Another corner kick.
We're going to have, I believe, another corner kick. From our vantage point, we cannot see quite well down into that right side corner. But it's going to be another corner kick. It'll be the third for Riverside in this first period of play. No score thus far between the Blacksburg Bruins and the Riverside Rams in the boys 3A VHSL state championship. And that corner kick is going to be cleared momentarily by Blacksburg. And there's a nice clear by Harris Salem. A couple of Bruins were charging hard, and very smartly it is just booted away and out of bounds by Matt Sherling, as Blacksburg had players on the attack. Dickinson tries to center it, taken away by Zhang. Tackle attempt made by Cam Roberts, not successful.
We all go, yeah. Well, no, they were, most of them were, there's some from Tuscaloosa, Stonebridge. We just built one right in our neighborhood.
Okay. Well, see, I know all those schools anyway, because I keep up with football.
Pass attempt was made for Jordan Birch, but it's going to go long, and Riverside will take over. Oliver sends it deep. He was trying to hit Cameron Davis, and it's going to be a throw in for Blacksburg.
Joe Carmen.
And it's going to be Harris Salem trying to get it up to Jordan Birch, but Riverside takes control. This is Zhang. Put a shot towards goal, but it goes wide. Looks like we're going to have a substitution for Blacksburg, a couple. It's going to be number 12, Will Olive. He scored the second goal yesterday coming in. That's also going to be Ryan Santamaria, a senior forward for the Bruins. Checking out is Jordan Birch.
Sam Dickinson also went out.
And Sam Dickinson. Carmen, and putting it in position possibly for a shot was Sebastian Oliver, but out it goes across the end line. And Mr. Stevens will kick it up towards midfield. Another substitution, a pair for Blacksburg. It will be number 12 and number 24 going out for Blacksburg, Will Olive and Ryan Santamaria. Back in for Blacksburg. I didn't get those numbers.
Looks like Jordan Birch and Sam Dickinson back in the game.
Here's Blacksburg. Nice dribble down the field by Bailey Prosser. And the shot attempt was made by Prosser, but saved by Mingerance. Here's Carmen clearing it. And there to get it for Blacksburg is Dickinson, who just came back in. Dickinson again with the ball. Sends it back to Cam Roberts. Roberts send it into Harris Salem. Back it goes along the side to Daniel Salem. Sends it back to Dickinson. Dickinson back to Salem. Tried to give it back to Dickinson. And it's going to be kicked out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw in, I believe, for Blacksburg deep in Rams territory. 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first period of play. No score. Blacksburg and Riverside for the 3A VHSL Boys State Soccer Championship from Roanoke College in Salem, Virginia. Here comes the throw. And the header was attempted by Bailey Prosser. Here's a cross and a shot. It's going to be cleared. I don't know if we call that a shot or not. I don't know if it would have gotten in the goal. If the goalie wasn't there, probably would have gone wide. But up it comes near the stripe. And out of bounds it goes. And Riverside will throw it in front of their bench. Blacksburg takes it away. Carmen gets by at a tackle attempt. Controlling his Cam Roberts. Tried to get it up to Harris Salem. Does. Salem gives it back to Carmen. Over to Seth Pace. Up to Dickinson momentarily. Back to Austin Bissell. This is Dickinson. So good on his feet. Breaks through a couple tacklers. Then the ball taken away. Back it comes. Blacksburg with a chance. Here's Dickinson trying to get inside, and it's taken away nicely by, couldn't tell who that was. It may have been Roddy Hairston that was able to take the ball away on a very serious attempt by Blacksburg. Another give and go. That one between Birch and Bissell.
Oh, this is the fence kind of thing.
Yeah, no, you couldn't see that here at all.
And it's cleared back onto Blacksburg's half of the field. Carmen. Over to Roberts. Roberts, Blacksburg playing more aggressively. That was a cross intended for Daniel Salem, just a little bit long.
Substitution.
We have another substitution for Riverside coming up. Going out of the game will be Roddy Hairston. And coming in will be Alex Fedor. The throw comes in. Battle along the near sideline. Blacksburg maintaining possession. This is Bissell. Gets it along the side to Daniel Salem. Back to Bissell. Back to Salem. Dickinson lurking in the corner. Here he goes. Can he put a left cross in position? He tried, and it's cleared away nicely by Riverside. Well, you'd have to say, I think, Chris, over the last 5 minutes or so, Blacksburg has upped the pressure on Riverside.
They have stepped up the intensity a little bit.
Back it comes to Carmen. This is Roberts. Taken away by Riverside. Zhang will send it back. Up the far side it came, intercepted by Blacksburg. Here's a race to the ball. Jordan Birch tried to get there, could not. Good passing by Riverside. Easy to see why they are in this championship. And that pass looked like the receiver stumbled just a bit, and it'll be a throw in for Blacksburg near their bench. Carmen sends it across the field to Seth Pace. Pace up to Dickinson. Back to Pace. Roberts, Dickinson. Oh, nice give and go there by Dickinson and Jordan Birch. Dickinson trying to do something, but good defense played by Riverside. And I think we're going to have a foul called on Michael Zhang. Well, he was the fouled player. And it's almost right in front of our position in the press box here at Roanoke College. Down it comes, and dangerously close to getting near the keeper without protection, but cleared away nicely on a very high kick. And we're going to have another foul called, and Blacksburg will kick it just on their side of the midfield stripe. This will be Austin Bissell that will send it deep for Blacksburg, and they won't send it deep, they'll just send it down the side. That is Lane Wilkins with the long pass and a shot by Dickinson. Saved. The ball still alive. And that's probably the closest we've had to a goal so far for Blacksburg. Dickinson with a close-in shot. Here's another shot taken by Blacksburg. And the Blacksburg fans cheering on their team, as that was probably the closest we've come so far, Chris, in the first period of play to seeing a goal scored.
Yes, it was an excellent pass, and Dickinson had some space down there right around the 6.
And he is just a sophomore. Boy, he's going to be quite a player for the Bruins in his next 2 years. That was Wilkins trying to clear it. Does. And Pace will send it across the stripe. Riverside with control. Taken away by Blacksburg. A nice intercept by Jordan Birch. And a shot on goal is saved again by Mingerance. That was Jordan Birch with the shot. Shots in favor still of Riverside, 6-5. And Riverside's just going to drop it back to the keeper. Headed by Wilkins. That is Roberts. Cleared away. Aaron Warner. And I believe we're going to have a foul. Warner was fouled, and we're going to have a free kick coming up by Riverside with 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining in the first period of play. It will be Alex Fedor that is going to do the free kick momentarily. Blacksburg forming a 4-man wall.
The clock is now being kept on the field.
Here comes the shot in, a goal, and it hits the crossbar. Headed around, and it's finally cleared out by, almost by Blacksburg. It was Tristan Zeiger that missed the ball. Riverside's fans thought there should have been a foul. So Chris Castro almost sends it over the wall and over top of Jordan Stevens. And we talked about his height, and you could see right there he had to use every inch that he had to jump up and get that ball away. We have another hard tackle down in front of us as the action down on the pitch is getting rather heated.
Intensity's picked up quite a bit in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
And even 2 minutes remaining in the first period of play. Still no score. Justin Logan sends it deep. Headed out by Blacksburg. Dickinson was hoping to take it. And we have a player down for Riverside. Play has not stopped yet. Now the officials are going to call time. Can't quite make out the player from our vantage point who's down. And the official is calling for the trainer for the Rams to come onto the field. And you wonder if this is a cramp, Chris, although it started as a relatively cool morning.
And it's going to take its toll as the game goes on. The tiredness of these players from playing late yesterday.
Let's take a break, and we will be back with coverage of the BHSL Group 3A Boys Soccer State Championship from Roanoke College. Down on the pitch and the artificial surface down there, and it won't be maybe as much of a factor now, but boy, those afternoon championships that are coming up, that could really play a factor.
Yeah, the temperature is very nice right now, but it's going to get up in the mid-80s today, so I would expect a lot of fluids to be on the intake later.
And Riverside puts it in play. They will now be going from our right to left, Blacksburg from our left to right. And you could see Jordan Birch. He was anticipating his teammate being able to take the ball away. He wanted to be able to take a run at it. But Riverside maintains possession. This is Shearling doing a nice job dribbling down the side. Gets it over to Chris Castro. Castro breaking free a little bit. Bumped away, knocked down by Bailey Prosser. No call. And Prosser sends it down the side to Birch. He's battled there by Justin Logan. And that's going to be a foul called on Bailey Prosser of Blacksburg. And that's going to be a yellow, as a matter of fact, called on Jordan Birch.
Bailey Prosser.
I'm sorry, Bailey Prosser. Bailey Prosser, number 6. So the first yellow of the game comes in the first minute of play of the second period. I'm not sure what the officials are talking about. The officials are going to go over and talk to Shelley Blumenthal, the coach of the Bruins.
Shelley just wants an explanation. And he got it.
And official signals play to begin. In it comes Justin Logan with the pass into the box, cleared out by Blacksburg. Battle for the ball on the side. Cam Roberts able to take it away. And stolen back away by Riverside. Roberts heads it twice. He was trying to send it ahead to Birch. Here comes Dickinson. This is Harris Salem to Dickinson. Tries to get it back to Salem. Cuts it across. He was trying to hit Jordan Birch. Taken away by Riverside. Frustrated was Jordan Birch, throwing down his hands. Here's a shot on goal and a save by Jack Cisneros. And as we said at the beginning of the broadcast today, there will be a change in the second half between keepers for Riverside. Alec Mingerance started the game. It is now Jack Cisneros, a junior, who is in the nets for Riverside.
Just back to Roanoke College.
And this is Cam Roberts for the Bruins. Sends it deep.
Okay, if you can. 2001 Toyota Camry. I'm sorry?
Here comes a kick from Cisneros.
When I noticed, it got worse. I'm thinking
Austin Bissell looked like he was making a wide receiver catch of a football player momentarily. And we're going to have a throw in front of the Riverside bench.
Because I was told a couple of years ago to get that. I unfortunately had to kick it down the road because I'm not exactly in the best place financially. So, all right, that's cool. Probably expect me. I mean, what time?
Looks like Sebastian Oliver is going to throw it in for Riverside.
Okay, so I'll get over to you guys here before too long.
Salem cleared it.
All right, thanks a bunch.
Back in it comes Riverside. Bit of a dangerous pass and a shot attempt taken by Riverside, but no good. And putting his foot into it is Stevens. Riverside sends it up. Blacksburg gets it back over the head of Chris Castro. Booted deep by Tristan Zeiger. And a shot almost taken by Harris Salem. Check it, it was Jordan Birch. It's the second save by Cisneros. And a nice takeaway by Blacksburg. This is Dickinson. He's bumped, and that was an obvious foul on Riverside. This will be Austin Bissell that will send it toward the Riverside goal. Hands on his hips, surveying the field, catching his breath just a moment. There it goes. Into the box, but cleared by Riverside. Salem. This is Roberts. Across the way, along the far side. Roberts. Send it to Carmen. Carmen will send it back to Zeiger. Penalty called. There's a nice pass down the side to Chris Castro. Knocked away, cleared out by Blacksburg. Tristan Zeiger doing a good job there just to get it out of bounds and allow Blacksburg to reset their defense. They're in by Shearling, coming along the near side. And the Riverside fans wanted to see a foul called on Blacksburg. Out it goes. That kick almost came up to where we are in the press box. And it's going to be a throw in for Blacksburg. Over the head of Jordan Birch for Blacksburg. Riverside sends it long, headed by Blacksburg, back near the stripe. Cam Roberts has it taken away by Riverside. Advancing it from the far side to the near side. Nice dribbling by Matt Shirling. Sherling, I should say. He will throw it in deep into the corner. Two Bruins defending. The Riverside player whistle, and Blacksburg will throw it in.
Kick.
It's a free kick. Didn't see who that foul was called on. Across the line it goes. That was Birch. Battle for the ball. Riverside maintaining possession. Birch tried to intercept, did not. And Riverside tried to get something going, intercepted by Blacksburg. Back it goes to Riverside. Some dangerous cross the field passing going on right now by both teams. Blacksburg passing it nicely. Give and go. That was Harris Salem that sent it to the far side of the box. Cleared out by Riverside. That almost went across the end line. Cleared out. And a throw in coming deep in Riverside territory.
Well, we're seeing two very good defensive teams play here today. It's obvious by the score.
Almost 10 minutes through the second period of play, no score between Blacksburg and Riverside in the VHSL Group 3A Boys Championship game. Here is a long throw in by Carmen. A header attempt, and a couple of Bruins were near the net, could not get a shot off, and cleared out by Riverside. Justin Logan smartly sends it out to relieve some of the pressure. Roberts tried to cross it. Back it comes to Roberts. Tried to send it into Dickinson, taken away. This is a very good defensive team that Blacksburg is playing today, Chris. They're just not giving Blacksburg hardly any chances to get anything meaningful in the way of shots on goal.
Oh, they packed it in the back anytime Blacksburg gets a ball in their half of the field. It's going to be hard to score against either one of these teams.
Dickinson to Bissell to Roberts. Dickinson. Birch. Dickinson wanted to come in on a breakaway, but scooped up nicely by Cisneros. Nice interception by Harris Salem, but taken right back by Riverside. And Cam Roberts was standing still. The Riverside player ran into him. The official says, "Well, it's on you, young Mr. Roberts." And the official comes over just to give a couple words to the senior for Blacksburg, playing in his final game, trying to get a state championship for the Bruins. 3 times they have been the bridesmaid. In 2014, 15, and 16. Western Albemarle was the nemesis in 14 and in 16. Kettle Run in 15. Stevens gets it across the stripe. Birch heeled it. Tried to send it back to Harris Salem. Not successful. And Blacksburg will send it back and reset. Zeiger dancing, dribbling, giving direction. Wanted to hit Carmen, streaking along the near sideline, but that's going to go across the end line. A couple of substitutions for Blacksburg.
12 and 24.
Going out are Jordan Birch and Sam Dickinson, a couple of the key offensive players for Blacksburg, and coming in is Ryan Santamaria and Will Olive. And you might think, Chris, that maybe they're going to save Sam Dickinson for the last 15 minutes or so of this contest and see if he's got some fresh legs to make a couple runs on goal.
I think that's what it's going to come down to. Who has the best legs towards the end of this game?
Yeah, that's in my list of things to do.
And the official is speaking with the Riverside player. They're getting ready for the free kick. Coming to our right.
We're doing a collaboration.
Some neon green shoes by Troy Jackson for Riverside. Makes him stand out pretty easily. Blacksburg with possession. Long attempt down the middle. It was intended for Jordan Birch, but it was too long. And Jack Cisneros takes it away. And the Riverside fans directly in front of us mounting a cheer for their team. Wesley Frost sends it deep for Harris Salem. Can he get to it before it goes across the line? He cannot.
It may just take one mistake here by either side for this game to somebody to break into the scoring column.
I think you took the words that I was about to say right out of my mouth, Chris. I think you're absolutely right. It's going to take some sort of a mental error, the way these teams are playing so well defensively, for someone to get something in the net. Castro sends it down to Davis. This is Zhang. Dribbling, defended by Daniel Salem, taken away. Salem has it. Tries to send it to Birch, but too long. Out of bounds it goes, and Blacksburg will throw it in, which they do quickly. Headed across to Roberts. Heads it back. Bissell. Sends it to Roberts. Roberts coming down the middle. Sends it deep. A potential breakaway for Blacksburg. They got a couple of players in position. Dickinson couldn't do anything with it. Dickinson does get it back. Blacksburg will send it back and reset. Their defenders are up near midfield. It's Bissell. Sends it across to Birch. Prosser sends it into the box. Headered. Is it going to go out of bounds? I believe it will. A nice job on the far side by Blacksburg to shield the Riverside defender to let that ball go out so that Blacksburg could set up something potentially. And Joe Carmen will throw it in. He's already demonstrated in this game his throw-ins go long and they can get in front of the net. perhaps Blacksburg can do something with this. He goes all the way back against the fence, throws it in, plenty of distance, and headed and cleared out nicely by Riverside. And Blacksburg able to race to the ball, maintain possession. A heel kick came from Cam Roberts. Tried to feed a teammate along the far side. Knocked out of bounds, but Blacksburg will maintain possession. So over the last couple minutes here, Chris, you get the sense maybe Blacksburg's picking up the intensity just a little bit.
That's the way it looks right now. The Riverside may be back on their heels defensively a little bit, but they're very strong still.
In comes the cross, the header, back, Dickinson sends it, another cross, cleared, shot on goal, and it was Seth Pace that had a shot and couldn't quite bring it home. That shot went over top of the crossbar. A pair of substitutions. It will be Zhang taking a seat for Riverside along with Cameron Davis. 12 minutes even remaining in the second period of play. No score in the VHSL Group 3A State Soccer Championship game. The cheer of Let's Go Rams has sprung up right below us. Riverside came all the way from Leesburg, but they have brought a very nice sized contingent down to Salem to support their team. Cam Roberts headers it out of bounds on the far side, and Riverside will throw it in. In it goes. And it's going to go out of bounds, and Blacksburg will retake possession of the ball. And you just look out there on the field right now, Chris, and you see these players, the shoulders are starting to slump a little bit of fatigue, all of the running, starting maybe to take a little bit of a toll on both sides.
It sure looks that way, and if we have to go into extra time, it's going to play more of an important role as the game goes on.
This is Roberts taking it down the side. Can Birch get there in time to stop it? He does. Being defended. Tried to do something with it, but it goes out to where Riverside's Aaron Warner was able to take it and send it into Blacksburg's side of the field. And a throw in coming for the Bruins. Throw in comes to Dickinson. Goes back to Mahari Jackson for Riverside, who has it. Some nice footwork, nice dribbling. Kicked out. And Blacksburg will have it. Almost looked to me like it went off of Blacksburg, but the official saw otherwise, and he was right there on it. Deep it comes. Dickinson and Justin Logan battling. Back it goes. Here's a nice pass for Chris Castro. A nice give and go. Castro with an opportunity, but a very nice intercept by Joe Carmen. Quick throw in by the Rams. Sherling being battled, and Blacksburg will throw it in. Deep throw in along the side to Sam Dickinson, touched last by Riverside. Free kick coming by Austin Bissell. He waits for his teammates to get into position. Right now, Bissell is the only player other than the keeper on the Blacksburg side of the field. Here comes the kick. Plenty of distance, a little spin on the ball. Headed out by Riverside. And there will be a throw in coming from Blacksburg on the far side. Daniel Salem sends it in to Dickinson. Kicked high by Riverside, headed by Blacksburg. Cam Roberts off his chest. Almost a nice piece of work by Harris Salem. Riverside has it. That's Sherling to Jackson. Riverside doing a nice job passing the ball. Good ball movement on this particular possession. This is Jackson in the center to Sherling. Sherling tries to split two Blacksburg defenders. There is no penalty called. Riverside fans don't agree with that decision. Here is a kick, and Jordan Birch gets to it. Tries to do something with it. Dribbling, has it taken away, comes back to him. And taken away by Riverside again and cleared. A throw in coming for Blacksburg. 6.5 minutes remaining in the second period of play. No score. Blacksburg and Riverside in the boys 3A state championship game. That was a nice cross that was intended for Blacksburg's Sam Dickinson, but Dickinson not able to do anything with it. Gets it back out. This is Salem. Birch cleared by Riverside. Up to Zeiger. Bissell. And dropping it back is Riverside. A lot of good defense being played in this game by Riverside.
Terrific defense by both teams so far.
Stevens sends it back. And Jackson with a chance to get it for Riverside. Out it goes. The official says possession, Riverside. It'll be Sherling to make the throw in for the Rams. He's got Castro and Jackson in range. He'll try it again as it goes out again. Over the head of Sherling. Blacksburg not quite able to clear it. And yet another throw in from about the same position for the Rams, a little bit deeper. And it comes to Jackson. Headed away. Kicked up in the air by Blacksburg's Sam Dickinson and then headed out near the stripe. And Blacksburg with a little bit of a chance here. A pass to Bailey Prosser. Prosser dribbling around one Riverside player. Gets around another one. Puts a shot across the field a little bit wide. Not quite in a position to get near the net. Had there been a white jersey anywhere in that zip code, that could have been a scoring chance for Blacksburg. So a throw in coming from Joe Carmen on the far side. In it comes, headed away by Riverside. Roberts, a shot in, cleared again by Riverside. Carmen tried to get a shot on goal, and it's wide of the net left. Jack Cisneros, the keeper for Riverside, sends it up near the stripe. 50-50 ball, controlled by Blacksburg. Roberts tries to feed a teammate, and again, Riverside is there to close the lane off. They just don't allow passing lanes to happen. Back it goes. On the Blacksburg side of the field, Harris Salem. Roberts tries to feed Dickinson. This is Birch. Tries to dribble around a teammate. Dickinson has it. Still has it. Now cleared out by Riverside.
That defense is just hard to break through that defense. They've got a solid back line.
One of the Riverside fans is the de facto cheerleader for their cheering force. Here's Jackson, sends it in, and diving on it
Foul.
is Jordan Stevens. There's going to be a foul called on Blacksburg. And this could be that mistake that we were talking about. And we're going to have a kick coming from the dangerous Michael Zhang. The official is providing instructions to Blacksburg's wall. Here's the shot. It's good! The shot is good, and Riverside takes a 1-0 lead. Michael Zhang, we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast, how dangerous he is. And we talked about how it might make a mistake, or might take a mistake for a goal to occur in this game. And that is exactly what happened, with the goal coming with less than 2 minutes remaining in the second period of play.
Yes, just that one foul just outside the box. And a perfect shot by Michael Zhang right around the side of that wall.
There will be a real sense of urgency now for Blacksburg, and the defense that Riverside has played this entire game will really be tested. Cam Roberts with the ball. Gets it to Daniel Salem. His brother Harris tried to do something with it. Bissell again gets it. And again, Riverside clears it. Blacksburg gets it back, headed away. Some furious action right now, as you might expect now for Blacksburg. They realize they have got to do something very, very quickly. Carmen sends it over to Zeiger. Zeiger jumps over one opponent. A shot attempt made by Harris Salem.
This may be their Blacksburg's last opportunity on this corner kick. There's not much time left.
Not much time left at all. Corner kick coming for Blacksburg. It will be their 7th. Just the second one of the second period of play, and it comes, and it's headed out again by Riverside. And that is the game. Riverside